I do have skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
Okay guys, so private enforcement notices on private property. If you park, if you get a ticket, towed or clamped, this is how I've dealt with this particular matter. My friend got one of these. Apparently he went out to his car that night and discovered it was under his window wiper. So knowing me, he asked me to give to see if I could do something for him to help. And let's just take a quick note of this ticket. The ticket here itself shows 429 Titirangi Road there. It's got his rego number, the make, the colour, the model, the time, the date issued, which was the 6th of March, and it's got 6 options. 1, parking in a private reserved car park space. 2, parking in a reserved customer car park space. 3, exceeding the permitted time as advertised. 4, parking in a disability owned parking space without displaying a current bill of mobility permit. And 5, parking in a no parking zone, or 6 other. This notice is issued pursuant to a breach of the conditions of parking as displayed on the subject property. By remaining on the subject property, and yet up here it's called site address, so I still haven't found out what subject property means. The vehicle owner and or user, or the person entitled to the possession of the subject vehicle, has accepted the terms and conditions as displayed. In other words, passive acquiescence. We reserve the right to retain a financial interest in the subject vehicle until such time as all costs of enforcement and administration fees and associated costs incurred are paid in full. Payment of the enforcement fee of $65 is now due, being the fee for costs of enforcement and administration costs incurred for enforcing the conditions of parking. Please record this notice number on all payments. Important, please read the information on the reverse side of this notice. This enforcement fee is due immediately. If you do not pay, you will be liable. There's that word liable, and what have we said before? Liable means upon conviction. So, if you do not pay, you will be liable upon conviction for the following. But until such time, you're presumed innocent. Just keep it that way. 1. If this notice remains unpaid for 21 days or more, debt collection proceedings may be commenced and further costs may be incurred. Notice the words may. 2. Any other costs incurred by us in relation to enforcing payment of the fees as specified in this notice, including but not limited to recovery costs and debt collection proceedings. Payment options. Please include this notice number as a reference for all payments. To make a payment, go to their website, make a payment, just shut up and pay, don't question anything. Be sure to include the enforcement number. Now notice it's an enforcement notice. It is not an infringement. It is not an infringement offence. It has nothing to do with legislation whatsoever. It's not backed by any. That's why they can't pose as being traffic wardens or any sort of officer. Okay. Appealing this notice. If you wish to appeal this enforcement notice, you must do so within 7 days of the date of the issue of this notice, and quote this number. 6th, which means by the 13th of March. Please include your name, return address, as well as any outlining why you are appealing this notice. Please email all appeals to appeals@nzenforcement.co.nz 0800 002 293. So, When you ring that number, you get given 3 options.
Thank you for calling New Zealand Enforcement Services. If you wish to appeal a notice issued to you, we require these to be in writing. These can be sent to either appeals@nzenforcement.co.nz or to NZES Appeals, PO Box 11725, Ellerslie, Auckland 1542. If you wish to make a payment for a notice, please ensure you have your vehicle registration and notice number on hand and visit nzenforcement.co.nz/payments for further details. If you are inquiring about making use of our parking enforcement service on your property, however, if you wish to leave a message, please leave it after the tone. Please be sure to leave your email address for our response. Thank you for your call.
Okay, so those were the options the 0800 site gave you. So what I did is I decided to go online. Now I went online and found New Zealand Enforcement's website. On the front screen they actually had a phone number there, a Mount Wellington number, so it was said fax, but hey, God loves a try, they say. So I gave that a call.
Hello?
Hello, is that New Zealand Enforcement Services?
Sorry?
I'm looking for New Zealand Enforcement Services. I was looking on their website and this number came up. Is it 579?
No, this is a new number to me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, they must have switched numbers. Okay, I'm very sorry. Have a good day.
That's okay.
Bye-bye.
That's actually a private residential number and has nothing to do with New Zealand Enforcement Services. So there's another little issue I might want to bring up to them to get fixed. So at this point, they don't know who you are. So keep it that way. They don't need you, well, they want you to give them your name, address, phone number, contact details, so they can send a ticket and a reminder notice to it. Otherwise, they have to access the motor vehicle registrar, which over 2,600 odd people have access to. I have a copy of it. That shows everybody from the warehouse to car sales to warrant fitness places, all sorts of reasons for accessing the vehicle registrar. You do have an option to opt out. So if you don't want to get these sorts of things and have them chase you up, get your, you can't do it for a business, but get your individual details opted out of the motor vehicle registrar, because that's where they find your information to send the ticket to. Anyway, I emailed this because, like I say, 429 Titirangi Road, when I Google searched that, it showed me Village Dental Services, it showed me Dean Mop Hairstylists and Super Value. So, what I did is I found out 2 contact email addresses for Village Dental, and I emailed the lot. I emailed Progressive, which was Super Value's email address. I emailed the appointments at DMOP, and I emailed the enforcement company.
I will look for you. I will find you.
Good luck.